We've been asking for it. We've been begging for it, and they're finally doing it. They're giving us the December update we've been asking for. It finally got dropped last night. So let's go ahead and review these patch notes and see if they're listening to the community or if they're just like, we're going to do what we want. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get in. Look at this free update that is coming, of course, to Sparking Zero with new features and adjustments. All right, we have a new game mode adjustment, which means all stages are now available in offline Player 1 and Player 2 matches, basically local matches. Offline is now available. Great. Love to see that. Functional adjustments. Battle setup. A function allowing to change a character's display method has been added, as well as the My Assets function has been added for team members. Not exactly sure what that means. My best guess is now you can change the way your character looks in game, but we don't have many accessories really go with that, so I don't understand. Alright, ranked / player match. Okay, people have been begging for this. You can now skip the intro battle animation as long as both players agree to skip it. So that's understandable because some people, I guess, do like to see it. During rematches, I really don't care. I like to see them at the beginning, see if there's any hidden dialogue between certain characters, but otherwise, I don't care to see it that many times. All right, player match you can now set your team to hidden or revealed to your opponent when editing your team. That's intriguing. All right, custom battle mode. Text can now be sorted alphabetically. Cool. And options, you can now set battle camera distance to be closer. So now you can be closer. All right, here's the big ones everybody's been looking at. All right, battle system adjustments. All right, we're gonna just go ahead and just scroll. If y'all want to keep reading before me, that's cool too. All right, battle system adjustments. We do have a new high-speed Dragon Dash. This is a new action. This quick movement action, high-speed Dragon Dash, where you can move quickly towards your opponent, has been added, performing R2 and holding X, or R2 and A if you're on Xbox. So my best guess is it just makes it where you're going to quickly get to the opponent without always appearing behind them. I do wonder if this is going to actually cost less ki than the actual Dragon Dash, the Super Dragon Dash that you normally use with double X. If this is going to cost less than, just a thought. All right, smash attack. You will no longer be stunned when being hit by a rush ki blast when charging a smash attack. When charging a smash attack during a rush attack, the charge time reduction based on the hit count has been increased. So basically, they can't do the whole spammy, I'm going to stun you and then hit you with a rush ki blast, stun you, hit you with a rush ki blast, stun you, hit you with a rush ki blast, and you almost get infinitely looped until they run out of ki. So awesome to see that. Rush ki deflection. You can now move while deflecting rush ki blasts. That's really good. Love to see that. Steps. You will no longer be able to be hit by certain attacks immediately after performing a step. Rush ki blast and smash ki blast can now be evaded. Yo, W. Alright. Z burst dash. The amount of ki consumed when activating has been increased. So that's probably the reason for this. So the Z burst dash, if I'm not mistaken, is the one I was talking about where you actually get behind them. And then you have, I may be wrong here. And if I am, put it down in the comments. But I'm pretty sure that's the one where you get behind them. And so therefore then they added this Dragon Dash where it probably, if I had to guess, takes the same amount, but you don't end up behind them. Whereas Z burst dash, you actually end up behind them. So love to see if that's correct or not. Alright, burst smash. Ki will no longer be consumed when activating it. It will instead consume an amount based on the distance traveled. So when you use it, if they're far away, like, does it use more or does it use less? I'm very intrigued. Alright. Blast. Damage has been increased when using a boost. That's good, because I don't feel like if you boosted your Kamehameha or if you boosted any whatever have you, like, I don't feel like anything really changed with that. So I think that's a huge W. Alright, Z-Search. Z-Search will no longer lose track of your opponent when characters are swapped. You will now quickly regain sight of your opponent if they enter your line of sight from the front when Z-Search is not locked onto them. Yo, huge W. Okay, because I can't tell you how many times you will sit there and be searching for an opponent and he will be right in front of your face and you're like, yo, why aren't you looking? He is right there. I can see him. Man, the amount of times they will be right there and like you're looking, like you can be inches from them. It still felt like it took a time. So I'm very happy with that. All right, Z counter. This is of course Vanish Wars. For anybody who is confused, this is not Super Counter. This is like Vanish Wars. The Z counter. The input window has been shortened. Z counter will become more difficult to perform if performed consecutively. Ki consumed has been increased when successfully performing a Z counter. Skill account increased has been reduced when successfully performing a Z counter. Yo, they just basically nerfed Vanish Wars. Like, almost, I wouldn't say to the ground. I would like to see how much more it takes, how much that window shortened, how much more difficult these are going to be to hit. The skill count increase going down, that's awesome. That needed to be a thing that happened back when they did it to Yajirobe and company, okay? But, I mean, a lot of these did, but I'm so happy they're happening now. Alright, but essentially, I'm really curious to see how much more that's going to be, alright? Revenge counter, which is where you press R3 if you're on PS3 and you're on standard. Skill count consumed when using perception against revenge counter has been reduced from 2 to 1. Oh, so they buffed revenge counter. Okay. They buffed it for the perception use, not for just the normal use. Okay, that makes sense. So pretty much if somebody uses perception on you and you go to hit them and they use perception, you can then revenge counter now for 1 instead of the normal 2. Okay, that actually, okay, but normal revenge counter still costs 2. I'm okay with that change. That change is fine. It helps out people who get perception. Those perception's a new thing that's just hard to deal with. All right. Rush attacks during sparking mode. Gradual damage reduction of consecutive hits has been increased. Okay, so they're rewarding you more if you're able to actually land good combos in sparking now. In sparking mode. That's cool. All right. The final attacks of aerial combos and aerial slash combos will no longer be interrupted by guarding. I'm okay with that. Character switch. Health recovery rate of standby characters has been reduced. I mean, okay. I'm not. Okay. So when you switch, okay. I mean, that's fine. I think people were thinking they were getting way too much health back when they switched, and I mean, you could see it in a lot of the finals matches, the big matches where it's like the Bandai tournaments. People were constantly switching out characters that way they could gain health back, and so I mean, this kind of battles that. All right, the tackle done by giant characters during Z burst dashes is now guardable. We will no longer see Willow in a competitive environment. I mean, we might, but we won't see him picked 1,800 times in a competitive environment. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Holy crap. All right. Skill adjustment. Skills that cause instant sparking mode. Skill count consumed has been increased. Skills that increase stats in general. Skill count has been decreased. W. Okay, I know that sounds weird, but people always just save up for the sparking mode. Now it's going to cost them more. A lot of people don't save up for the stat ones. And then there are characters that don't have an instant sparking and only have a stat boost. Looking at you, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who now have a benefit to using those more often if somebody decides to wait until they get the sparking mode. That's awesome. That balances those out really nicely now, I think. Because I believe a lot of those stat increase ones will go down to 1. So I'm more, or they'll at least go down to 2, which is awesome. W. All right. After image strike, effect duration has been reduced to 10 seconds and will be removed if your opponent uses perception while under the effect. What? That is okay. All right. False courage. Skill count increased. Has been increased from 1 to 2. That because of 19, I feel like it didn't need to be. I don't think false courage was really a big thing, but that's cool. So all I need is 5 seconds. Skill count increased from 3 to 2, and status increased upon activation has been increased. So I was just talking about that move. That's funny. So pretty much, so if it's been increased from 3 to 2, but skills that increase stats in general are reduced back down to 2, does that make it now 2? Or will it still be 3? A little confusing there. Not sure how to react to that one, but hey. Okay. Alright, Stardust Barrier. You can now activate while receiving melee attacks from the front. Okay. I didn't know that was even a problem. But good to know. Okay. Blast adjustments. All right. Long range blast and ultimate blast speed has been reduced. Cool. Super Vegito final Kamehameha key consumed and damage has been increased. Okay. Goku mini quick rush trajectory can now be changed while rushing. That's different. All right. Mr. Satan's present bomb increased ending lag after activation. All right, cool. All right, let's go to the character adjustments. The final thing that will be happening here. Android 19 and Dr. Gero. Health and ki absorbed on a successful throw has been adjusted. I'm assuming that means they get less, but it didn't say that. Or will it be more even? I think it'll be more even. All right. Dragon Dash, Quick Ascend, and Quick Descend now consume ki. Okay, nobody's going to be playing them no more. I mean, there's between that, the Vanish Wars being gone, I don't think anybody will be playing 19 and Dr. Gero anymore. Depends on the health ki absorb change, but I mean, the reason people play 19 and Gero is because you could literally just run around when people are in sparking mode. That's freaking awesome. All right. Cell second form. You can now escape the throw. Huh? You can escape a throw? I'll be intrigued to see how that works. Cooler. Amount of health restored transformed has been increased. Awesome. All right. I'm cool with that. Giant characters. Increase the time it takes to charge a smash attack and reduce its power. Sure. I guess. I mean, increase the time it takes to charge a smash attack and reduce it. I mean, I feel like once you nerf, like now you're just nerfing the giant characters for fun. All right, and then Great Ape, Vegeta, and Dr. Willow maximum health has been reduced as it should. That was way too much. All right, other we have improved performance and the ease of use. I mean, overall, I gotta say this patch is a W. Is the game perfect now after this patch? No, not even close. Is it a lot better and going to be more fun for people to play? 100% of the time. Now, this maintenance does occur. I believe it is from. It starts tomorrow. So this update comes out tomorrow. It comes out between, looks like midnight and 2 a.m. if you're Pacific, or of course 3 a.m. to 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So I think this patch is it's a small update. This is a huge update. I don't know why they're calling it a small update patch. This is a huge update. It's a huge W. I'm super excited to see what Sparking Zero has to bring upon this being a huge step forward in the right direction. They're listening to us. They're nerfing characters. My only problem is they didn't address Super Counter here, but they addressed Z Counter, which is great. It's a great start. I love this direction. I think this direction's huge. I believe this is everything we need this game to go forward. A lot of people have been complaining that Sparking Zero just was released half-assedly. In my opinion, I think it was released appropriately, and now they're just making adjustments based on what they think needs to be better. They thought the game was good at the time. It wasn't. They know that now. They're fixing it. That's all we can ask from them. I think Bandai's done a great job addressing it. They're talking to the community, and they're taking what we say to account and changing things. So huge W. I love this community. I love the fact that the creators of this game are listening to us on what we want. And that's something you can't ask for in most games. Most games, the creators don't care what you have to say. So I think this is great. I can't wait to see how it actually plays out. So as always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Have a good one. Hug someone you love. Peace.